Welcome to another morning routine video. If you guys have seen my previous morning routines, then you'll notice in this video, this is updated for 2022. I have added some things, I've removed some things, and I've changed some things. So without further ado, let's dive in. The first change is with regards to actually waking up. So in the past, like most of us, I used an alarm on my phone. And I also programmed my smart lights, I have Philips Hue throughout my bedroom, to slowly get brighter to simulate sunrise. A little bit of a gentler way to wake up. But nowadays, I'm really trying to prioritize sleep, and I just let my body wake up whenever it wants to wake up, which is usually sometime around 7 or 8 a.m. But sometimes it does get a lot later, like when I had COVID back in June, and I was waking up at 9 or 10 every day and just sleeping a lot. And a big part of that has just been the emphasis and the prioritization of sleep in terms of my other goals like health and fitness and things like that. So one other thing that I'm gonna be changing soon is getting upgraded blackout shades. So when I go to a hotel and they have really nice blackout curtains, I can sleep in until like 10 a.m. sometimes because there's no light that wakes me up. I'm just very sensitive to light in the mornings. Whereas at home, because I have these blackout shades, but there's space on the sides, that little bit of light is enough to wake me up. So I'm gonna get full blackout, and then I may even be sleeping it a little bit more. After waking up, go straight to the bathroom. I got that strong orthocolic reflex, you guys know what I'm talking about, and get straight on my phone. Hinge, Bumble, start swiping right, start swiping left, start scheduling some dates. While I'm dropping off the kids, I'm scheduling dates. Talk about efficiency, hashtag productivity, hashtag killing two birds with one stone. And then because I am very weird, I also measure my HRV with a chest strap because you wanna do that immediately upon waking up to get the most accurate measurement. And that gives me my sympathetic parasympathetic balance. It's one thing that I am working on, so I wanna track that over time to see if it is improving. And I also measure my blood pressure, again, because I'm fucking weird. Then when I go to the sink to brush and freshen up, I actually open up an app on my phone to do Kegels. Because yes, even for men, doing Kegels is important and has a lot of benefits. It's not just for the ladies. And recently, earlier this year, I got more into skincare. I've been doing a lot of experimentation. The main issue here in Vegas, it's a desert, in case you didn't know, and skin gets really dry. So I'm trying a lot of different hyaluronic acid and different creams and whatever to see what's gonna hydrate my skin best, because skin is just a lot happier when it's well hydrated. Oh, and then of course, gotta top it off with sunscreen. Now I will be making a full skincare routine video, everything that I have learned condensed into one video, so make sure you are subscribed so that you don't miss it. And then I finish off with this hair serum that includes topical finasteride, minoxidil, and tretinoin. And because male pattern hair loss, I actually don't use oral finasteride, and there's several reasons why I didn't go that route and why I do the serum instead, but topic for another video. And just like in previous videos, I step on my smart scale before I put on any clothes so that I can more accurately track my massive gym gains. Next up is stretching, and I've been doing a stretching routine all the way back since 2012. That's 10 years. And there have been modifications. Actually, I made a recent video on my stretching routine, but since then I have changed it a lot because I have a cycling trainer that pointed out my own, my mobility deficits, where I'm tight, etc., and adding some more emphasis on hip flexors as an example, because a lot of us sit, as I'm doing right now, and our hip flexors get tight and weak, so changing things up a little bit, but same core principles. Now, while I'm stretching, I also open up Elite HRV, the app on my phone, and I do HRV training breathing. Now, the point of that is essentially HRV training is you're getting to your resonance frequency where you are increasing your HRV. And for me, it's like 4.2 seconds inhale and then 6.4 seconds exhale. And for most people, it's right around 4 and 6 seconds, plus or minus, a few tenths. And the reason I do this while I'm stretching is because I used to do it separately from stretching, and then my morning routine just took way too long. So by doing them both together, I'm not getting as much benefits from doing HRV just like dedicated or mindfulness, breathwork, meditation, just dedicated without stretching. But I figured this is a way where I can get some of the benefits, maybe even most of the benefits, while not taking nearly as much time. The last part of my morning routine is doing tea and journaling in direct sunlight. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. Let me take a moment to explain. So first, of course, the tea. Now, anyone who's been following me on Instagram or TikTok knows that for the last 2 years or so, I've been massively obsessed with tea. Now, high quality loose leaf tea, not the stuff you find in tea bags, but high quality loose leaf tea tastes amazing, and just as importantly, it makes you feel amazing. So with coffee, it's primarily just caffeine, right? And because of that, you get this jittery, wired, sometimes uncomfortable feeling. Whereas with tea, there is L-theanine and some other active compounds where when you have the caffeine combined with those compounds, you have a very calm, it's like an elevated yet calm and focused state, which is just is really pleasant. Now the hard part is obviously finding good quality loose leaf tea, because not all loose leaf tea is created equal. Not all loose leaf tea is actually good. And I've spent hundreds and hundreds, if not close to $1,000 over the last 2 years trying different tea from different sources, trying to find that good stuff. And that actually brings us to today's sponsor, Tea and Whisk. Tea and Whisk is a small family-owned tea shop here in Las Vegas that I've actually been using personally for the last year and a half. Leo, the owner, is super passionate about tea and he really knows his stuff. He has this infectious enthusiasm for tea, but most importantly, he has a very keen sense for discerning great quality tea. And that's why he's been my go-to source for great tea for the last year and a half, even though I've tried close to a dozen different shops, both here in the US as well as in Asia. It's not just about a tea shop having 1 or 2 really good quality teas. You want a tea shop that has a wide spectrum of available teas and they're all really good, so that no matter what you buy from them, you know you're getting a really good tea that's gonna taste great and make you feel great. So there are 3 main things that I look for when assessing the quality of a tea. Number 1, most obviously, is the taste. So you don't need any herbal flavorings or any sugar or whatever, or cream, and you know, all you need is good quality tea and hot water. Ideally, spring water actually tastes best. Number 2 is the way that it makes you feel when you drink it. So you'll find that the higher quality teas, they give a much more pleasant feeling. You'll feel kind of light, you'll feel positive, you feel kind of giddy, maybe even have some body tingles, which is actually called tea drunkenness, and you need to drink a lot of tea to get tea drunk, but that's a topic for another video. And third is how many steeps I can get out of a single serving of tea. So higher quality teas are gonna let you steep that tea multiple times. It's gonna maintain the flavor profile, or at least it's gonna evolve and still be pleasant. Whereas lower quality teas, they're gonna sharply drop off a cliff after just 3 or 4 steeps. And in this way, higher quality teas actually pay for themselves, because if you're getting 10 steeps out of a single serving of tea, you know, let's say 4 grams or so, that's gonna last you a lot longer. Whereas with the lower quality teas, you're gonna need to use 4 grams, that peters out really quickly, then another 4 grams, another 4 grams, and so on. There's actually a few oolong teas I get from Tea and Whisk where I can steep it 10 plus times and it still tastes amazing, and that's pretty wild. My personal favorites and what I love from Tea and Whisk are their oolong selection. I personally love the Alishan oolongs in particular. Those are the ones from the Alishan Mountains of Taiwan. And then also some of the black teas he has, like the honey jinjime. Tea and Whisk is offering a special discount to viewers of this channel. You can get 15% off if you go to teaandwhisk.com/Kevin Jubal, or use the coupon code Kevin Jubal at checkout. All right, so after I make my tea, I actually head outside and I journal on my phone while I'm drinking my tea. Now, the key thing here is doing it outside, because if you get sunlight exposure, actual sunlight exposure, not through a window, not like bright lights, but actual direct sunlight in the first 30 to 45 minutes of waking up, and you'll find, at least for me personally, that it helps with sleep onset insomnia. It actually helps me fall asleep at night if I get that sunlight exposure early in the mornings. And at that point, I have this custom template on my journaling app, which is day 1. I don't think it really matters what journaling app you use, it's just the practice that counts. And on my custom template, I have 3 things I'm thankful for, 3 long-term goals, 3 of today's targets, and 3 affirmations. That's my morning routine. I know it sounds like a lot, but all of that takes less than an hour. Let me know what you guys think. You can also check my previous morning routines here or there. Much love, my friends, and I'll see you guys in that next one.